since I moved up to the heavyweight division, Tyson Fury been real quiet. Tyson Fury, where the fuck you at, pussy? Boom!
Jake Paul just destroyed Tyson Fury by calling him a washed-up gypsy king, head of the Usyk rematch, and honestly, the irony is almost too much to handle. Jake, the self-proclaimed boxing sensation who built his career on fighting ex-MMA fighters and scripted bouts, is now here mocking Fury for his so-called failures. Seriously, what kind of delusion are we witnessing?
Everyone seems to forget that Tyson Fury's trainer is Sugar Hill, and not the dad. And the dad doesn't know shit about boxing.
This is the same guy who's been dodging questions about his staged fight with Mike Tyson. Yet he thinks he's qualified to critique. An actual heavyweight champion, Jake has officially reached peak hypocrisy, trashing Fury for prepping for the rematch while pretending his own career isn't built on smoke and mirrors. What's next? Jake calling Muhammad Ali overrated. The guy's crossed all levels of patheticness, proving once again that his greatest strength isn't boxing, it's running his mouth. At least he's consistent.
When we go again, we go again. There's no animosity. I don't hate Usyk. You know, he's a good God-fearing Christian family man. Why would I hate him? And he's made me millions of...
So Jake Paul just verb-bodied Tyson Fury, and honestly, it was more entertaining than some of Fury's fights lately. Paul, the internet's favorite loudmouth, turned 1A boxing analyst, had all the smoke for Fury ahead of his Usyk rematch, and let's just say, he didn't sugarcoat anything. Nope, Paul dragged Fury's name through the mud, calling him out for his pathetic performance in their first match. Fury, who somehow thinks he won despite the split decision in May 2023, clearly favoring Usyk, is still clinging to his delusions like their championship belts. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, Fury even claimed that Usyk's win was more about Ukraine's sympathy points than actual skill. Yeah, real classy move, Fury.
Baldy.
He looks like an assassin, doesn't he?
It suits him. The shaved head suits him. He looks sexy. Do you know what I mean? He looks like a sexy beast.
The stakes for this December 21st, 2023 rematch in Saudi Arabia couldn't be higher, and Paul didn't miss a chance to crank up the pressure. He went as far as branding Fury a one-trick pony who's all talk and no substance. Harsh, sure, accurate. Also, yes, the Gypsy King's overconfidence has turned into his greatest weakness, and Paul's been running laps with it, calling Fury out for being a defensive turtle in a fight where Usyk schooled him. Remember when Fury used to actually scare people in the ring? Yeah, neither do we.
Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in.
Oh, let's go.
Listen, congratulations on doing the fight.
Let's go, bro.
We're really excited for it, boys.
We were just talking about you. I really thought he was going to fucking punch me when he came.
Let's talk about that May 2023 fight for a second. It was a split decision, but honestly, it felt like Usyk owned every meaningful moment in that ring. The guy landed 40% of his punches to Fury's 35%, and before Fury fans come running, no, those numbers don't lie. Usyk didn't just win, he made Fury look like he'd forgotten how to fight. Case in point, round 9, Usyk dropped a left hand so precisely it should be hanging in the loo. Fury managed to stay upright. But let's not kid ourselves, he was rocked. Usyk had the edge in precision, timing, and basically everything Fury was supposed to be good at. But sure, Fury thinks he was robbed. Someone passed this man a reality check even post-fight. Fury's weird mix of congratulating us while doubling down on his "I actually won" narrative was a masterclass in delusion. Nobody's buying it, man. And Jake Paul, he's not letting that go unnoticed. He's been roasting Fury nonstop, calling him out for landing only 10 clean punches in key rounds. 10. You can't call yourself a heavyweight champ and throw numbers like that. It's like trying to win a spelling bee by mumbling random letters. Usyk, of course, isn't making things easier for Fury. He's been out here mocking Fury's strategy of running laps around the ring instead of, boxing for a guy who built his career on being fearless. Fury looked more like he was auditioning for a marathon. Usyk been laughing all the way through this rematch, and honestly, who can blame him? He's got the receipts, and they're not flattering for Fury. Now Fury's been swearing up and down that his training camp for the first fight was flawless, but the whispers tell a different story. Something about inner drama and a game plan that fizzled harder than flat soda. Fury went defensive, which, spoiler alert, played right into Usyk's hands. Usyk thrives on fighters who hesitate, and Fury did just the handing over the pacing and control like it was a Christmas gift. According to Jake, Fury's whole shtick relying on his size and brute force has officially expired, and the Gypsy King persona is as outdated as an old VH tape. Because let's real, bragging about your big heart and boxing IQ doesn't hit the same level when you're taking L's in the ring. But let's get one thing straight, Jake Paul himself is afraid of Fury.
Tommy can't splatter Jake Paul, I'll retire him from boxing myself. It doesn't need to be about. If he can't beat Jake Paul, forget about boxing. Because he's got ambitions of being a world champion. Never mind beating some YouTube guy.
Pause. Trash talk has been relentless and it holds. Barred and honestly kind of entertaining, he publicly roasted Fury for being outclassed by a cruiserweight, which, let's face, is the boxing. The equivalent of being dunked on by a high, schooled Usyk's lighter weight and technical finesse exposed Fury in ways no heavyweight should ever want to be exposed, according to Paul Fury's camp. Didn't just if fail, they flop, no. Adaptability, no creativity, just the same. Predictable routine that Usyk dance. Circles around, and because Jake Paul never misses an opportunity to stir the pot, even claimed Fury when last 3 rounds with him in an exhibition fight. Now, whether that's pure ego or a calculated PR move is up for debate, but one thing's clear: Jake Paul knows how to keep himself in the headlines. But do you remember when Tyson Fury roasted him? Back Tommy versus Jake. Now let's talk about stakes. This isn't just another boxing match. This is the fight, a battle for the first undisputed heavyweight championship of the 21st century for Tyson and Fury. It's about more than just a belt. It's about dragging his reputation out of the gutter. Usyk's split decision victory back in May 2023 turned him into a certified legend. Fury, not so much his unbeatable aura shattered, and now he's left scrambling to remind the world that he's still got it. Spoiler alert: Jake Paul doesn't think he does. Even Frank Warren, Fury's promoter and unofficial hype man, has made it clear this rematch is do or die. He's bluntly stated that Fury needs this win if he ever wants to be mentioned in the same breath as Muhammad Ali or Lennox Lewis. No pressure. Right, a loss, though, would be catastrophic in all caps. Disaster. Fury is not exactly in the young and rebuildable phase of his career anymore, and another loss could send his legacy straight to the bargain bin, and you better believe Jake Paul has been chirping about it non-stop. Paul's been hammering home that Fury's size advantage, 40 lbs heavier than Usyk in their first fight, meant absolutely nothing. In fact, Jake's argument is simple: if you're big but can't win, then what's the point? And then there's the mental game Fury's feeling, the heat, and Paul's turning up the dial. With his trademark sarcasm, Paul has suggested that Fury might want to consider retirement if he can't pull off a win on December 21st. Out for Fury, this isn't just about clawing back a title, it's about hanging onto his dignity, because let's be honest, boxing doesn't hand out participation trophies. If Fury flops again, he risks becoming the guy who used to be great, and nobody wants to be that guy. Even Fury seems to get how serious this is. He's admitted that if he loses again, a trilogy fight with Usyk is inevitable, and this time there be zero excuses. That's a lot of pressure for a guy whose entire brand is built on being untouchable. Fury's bravado has always been his signature move, but